been on the mission like fuck my foes and fuck these hoes. I'm out here trying to cuff this dough. Now that's extreme. I think I'm off my handle.
What is good, YouTube? It's your girl, Erin.
And it's your boy, Michael.
And we are coming to you today with a story time. And this is a good story time. I'm excited. So, this takes place at his grandma's house. And shout out to her. Oh my God, I love her. Like, literally. We were living with her at the time. And we had some family members in town. And, you know, his other cousin was there. And it was just like, you know, family time. We hadn't seen this cousin in a long time, right?
Long time,
yeah. So it was like the first time of seeing him. So we were like super excited. And, we were just, you know, like amped to spend time together, you know, catch up and stuff like that. And his other cousin, they're like brothers. So it was like super cool that we was all, you know, getting to hang out in one setting. And I heard a lot about this cousin. So it was like kind of cool to...
Was it the first time you were meeting him?
I want to say so. I'm not sure, but I think so. Like, I think... I met him at his mom's wedding, but that was right. Like brief. We never like hung out or anything. Mm-hmm. So we're super excited, you know, everyone's in a good mood.
Yeah, I think I even got the idea we went and got like beer and stuff like that.
Yeah, they did. I unfortunately don't drink beer, but they were, you know, drinking and hanging out, having a good time. And we were actually on his grandma's patio because we were smoking and, you know, can't do that in the house. So, yeah, so we're, you know, just hanging out. And this was like late at night, you know, everyone's sitting around and we're talking.
Chatting it up, literally just enjoying ourselves.
And it was literally, I think it was like multiple conversations going on at a time. Like a couple people was talking over here. And we had like a couple of neighbors over and stuff. So it was really good. It was like, you know, kind of like every night there because it was like a really fun place. I really don't know why. I think it was because we just had, you know, a whole bunch of people to hang out with.
Yeah,
and
time
stuff.
And friends, pretty much.
Yeah, and you know, so how that goes and time flies.
Yeah, so we were out back on the patio smoking and drinking and stuff. And I want to say, like, literally, I was trying to light a cigarette or, you know, something else. And the lighter was not working, like, at all. Like, I tried a couple times, like, solid. And then what did I believe I just decided to toss it. Like, mid conversation, everybody was talking. I didn't even tell nobody I was about to, like, just chuck this bitch.
Yeah. And at the time, to kind of give you guys like a visual, we had lived downstairs. So the balcony and the floor was kind of like, it was like, this was like the top.
Like our apartment was like halfway underground.
Yeah.
Kind of. So it was like the floor was like waist level for us, but we would still be able to like look up and then see, you know, past the floor, of course. But
yeah, and we had a friend that was actually standing on the outside of the fence at the time, and he was just kind of like hanging over, talking to us.
Chatting with us, drinking a beer or whatever.
Yeah.
And after I actually threw that lighter, I guess there was some other guy. Like, he was, like, super fucking drunk, too. Yeah. I literally, like, I just tossed the lighter, and then I hear somebody yell, like, yo, did you just fucking throw that lighter at me? And then my friend, who was actually...
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm just, like, looking around, like... Because we were all looking like, what the fuck? Like, where did that come from?
Yeah, so we hear the guy go, what the fuck? Did you just throw a lighter at me? And then my friend, who was actually out there, and was like, what? No, what are you talking about? We literally... What did he say?
Okay, well, at first we couldn't see the guy at all. So we just see, like, one of, like, our friend, like, looking over in the distance, and he's like, what? Like, nah. And he's, like, talking to someone. Then the guy comes up to him.
Started getting loud, too. He was like, yo, did you just fucking throw that lighter at me? Da-da-da-da. I'm about to swing on you, I want to say. Like, he was trying to just, like, straight up scrap.
Yeah, they were, like, face to face, too, at this point.
Like, real close.
And I believe during the mix of that whole like argument, Michael kept saying, I threw it.
The fucking lighter, and this dude was dead ass ignoring me. Like, he did not want to acknowledge the fact that I threw this lighter for some reason. Yeah. He was focused on dude who was out there like, nah, bro, me and you got a problem.
Yeah, and I feel like it was like a bitch move. Like, he was trying to buck up on the smaller one because Michael was like nowhere near small. So he was just like ignoring, you know, the nigga who will really fuck you up and then be like, oh, you know, blah, 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 like all in the guy's face, like talking shit.
And at the time, I even had like a fucked up wrist too. Like my shit, like I probably really shouldn't have been fighting.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't get no fucks. I was lit.
Yeah, because he was like already drinking and smoking and stuff. So it was kind of like, you know, was good. Like, was good. Not only that, this guy was way outnumbered. I mean, probably like 8-1.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Like, dude was just like belligerent drunk. Like, wanted these problems so tough. But not with me. You wanted them problems with dude who was out there by my fucking patio. Like,
yeah. And what happened was the guy swings on our friend. And
yeah, his dude in the mouth starts leaking or whatever, and then they literally start to tussle, and then my friend who was actually outside standing by the patio, like the gate thing, tosses him, like hip tosses him.
Flipped him.
Right onto his shit.
And when I say it was so fast, like, I don't even believe I ever seen someone get flipped before. So it's even more funny is not only was he like smoking a cigarette, had a beer in his hand, he just flipped this guy. And this guy was like not small. Like he was short. But he was stocky. So, and our friend at the time, they were probably like eye level, but I want to say, we're going to call him Tim, by the way. I would say Tim was like kind of around his weight, but smaller. Would you say that? Would you agree?
Yeah, I would say
not so much. I mean, whatever. But yeah. So so he like flipped him on the floor, and then at this point,
everybody's running out there. Like I was trying to get out there. I was lit. I had a fucked up shit.
Excuse him.
Yeah, I had a fucked up hand. I was trying to run out there. Literally, I had a bottle in my hand. Like I was ready just to break this shit on his head. Like I was not playing no games.
Wait, and let's pause with that. So we all run out there, rush out there, and I believe Michael is like standing over them with the bottle in his hand, and the guy's still talking shit, and our friend has him literally by the throat, and like holding him down by the throat.
Like he's not going anywhere.
And I ran up and was like trying to tell Michael, like, whoa, like, come on now. Don't need to crack this bottle on this guy's head right now. And he was like, I don't know. You know when someone is just like drunk, ready and willing.
And mad and like ready for the scrap.
Yeah, like you can see it in his eyeballs that he was like super with it. And I was just like, oh my God, please. And
it would have been the first time I would have cracked a bottle over someone's head. Like it would have been tight.
Yeah, because he had.
But pretty crazy.
Damn, we don't have like an empty bottle. But he had the bottle like upside down. I mean, it was like very much in motion to swing back and bust. So, I believe I was like yelling at him like, please, give me the bottle. And so our friend is like talking to this guy at this point, and he's like, are you gonna calm the fuck down? Like no one even knows you over here. Like really no one knew this guy.
Yeah.
And he had been living in that apartment for like a while, so he knew a lot of people, like majority.
And it was definitely not a face I had ever seen.
No. So. And so this guy was like completely fucking tripping. And then so I believe the neighbor comes down by this point, and
he's trying to like break up the fight in between my friend and the dude who's like super drunk.
Yeah, and not only that, he had came down, and at this point, the guy who swung on our friend, he was standing up. But for some reason, he kept on rushing him. Like, he really wanted to fade. And the neighbor had came down, and a girl came down. And I guess the guy that was, drunk and tripping was this girl's boyfriend. Right. And they was actually visiting one of her close friends, which was our neighbor. And they were all meeting for the first time. Like, clearly not the girl and her boyfriend, but the neighbor who actually lived there had just met this guy.
And that's pretty much when my cousin decides to, like, really pin this nigga down. And shit kind of, like, started to slow down. My cousin was, like, talking to me. He was like, yo, bro, like, are you going to calm the fuck down? You're not getting out of this, like, at all. Trust me. I know what the fuck I'm doing.
Yeah.
And the dude was like, okay, da-da-da. Or... he was talking shit, I want to say.
Yeah, he was talking shit. The guy was not trying to compromise or like chill the fuck out whatsoever.
Yeah, and he was just talking shit the whole time.
And so his cousin has him pinned down again. I want to say this was like the third time he had to get flipped, because literally anytime we let him go and let him stand up, he kept trying to fight. People,
so he got flipped again. Like shit just kept fucking happening to this dude. It was not his night.
Yeah.
So after the last time he got flipped and was pinned down, my cousin, like I said, was talking to him, trying to calm this dude down, but he was being so loud that he actually called out another neighbor, my upstairs neighbor.
Yeah. Wait, but before that happened, there was a moment where I was about to fight, because he, I believe, was over there with his cousin trying to like calm the guy down, and the girlfriend was like, I don't know. She was like, did she touch you?
Yeah, she had put her.
I felt like
my shoulder,
and she was like going off. I really don't even care what she was saying because I rushed up like, what's good? You know, don't put your hands on my man. But she like backed up and was like, I'm not trying to fight. Like, I'm really not trying to fight. I'm just trying to get him in the car. She was like, let him up so I can get him in the car. But literally every time we let this guy up, he kept wanting to fight. Like, there was no walking to the car for him at all. So then the commotion was just like literally dragging the fuck out. Like, and no one, like, I mean, a couple of people could have beat him up that night, but it was kind of like, what's the point? Like it's a stranger. Yeah, he's way too drunk. Dude, like, he's not like in his right mind. So we were just like, bro, like, let's just hold you back until you can understand that no one's about to fucking fight you here. But when the neighbor came down, all his attention was off of us and whoever like had threw the lighter or whatever. It was on the friend. For some reason, he wanted to fight his girlfriend's friend. So at this point, we were kind of like trying to protect him because the friend didn't want to fight. Like, he was literally running from this guy. So then our neighbor from upstairs comes down with his wife and he's like, you know, what the fuck's going on? Like, and, you know, we're explaining to him, like, that this guy is fucking tripping. He's drunk as fuck. Like, we're trying to get him to calm down because he thinks someone threw something at him, which we fucking didn't. Like, we were literally tossing
a lighter that was a dead
lighter.
And then once I acknowledged that tried getting him to acknowledge that I threw the fucking lighter, that was not even an issue, apparently. Like, he didn't care. No, he didn't care at all. And I don't even know how many times Michael had to say, I threw the lighter. Like, it was annoying at this point, like, that this guy was not listening to us. So our neighbor from upstairs was now downstairs and in the mix, and he was big as fuck. So he was like, for real, like, bro, like, you don't want these fucking problems. You need to go. I think, did someone like might have threatened to call the police or something just so he can fucking leave? Like, we weren't gonna call them, but it's just like, you're annoying as fuck at this point. Like, you just fucked up the night. Like, get your ass on somewhere. So what happened was after our neighbor came downstairs, he was kind of like, I got it. Like, everyone can, you know, like go inside. So we all like went back inside and we were like, you know, Heights like tripping out, like, what the fuck was that? Like, we were literally just chilling and this guy like wanted all these fucking problems. And I want to say he didn't even leave. Like, the neighbor upstairs went upstairs and he was like sitting on a power or not the power box, but like a brick that was kind of in front of the stairs. And I remember him saying that he was like coming back with his brother and shit like that. And this wasn't over. And I'm like, come on, bro. I ain't seen that nigga since. No, we didn't. We didn't. Everyone just kind of ignored him and like walked away because it was like annoying as fuck at this point. And yeah, he just wound up going home and we never saw that girl again, never saw him again. And we wind up, you know, making friends with the guy, the neighbor, because he was like a new neighbor. We didn't know him. He had just moved in there. So we wind up kicking it with him and, you know, meeting him and got a new friend out of it. But it was just really fucking funny. So we thought we'd share it with you guys, clearly. Yes.
So if you liked how the chilled night went violent, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment if you had a similar experience. Make sure to see our other videos. We have, you know, a couple, like a challenge, a couple tag videos, another story time about us that's pretty good.
And then we do have plenty more content on the way as well, you guys. So
yes.
Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for all the videos to come.
Yes. And share if you like us and, you know, spread the word because we are new. Spread the love, coming at you some biggest realness. So,
until next time, y'all, stay blessed.
Yes, peace.
We're from the city of the sin, come and dance with the devil. Bitch, don't